Hello, and welcome to Junior Achievement Stock Market Challenge Orientation for Educators. I'm Marianne Lanspa. I'm the Program Manager for High School Programs. And this video is meant to bring a brief introduction to the Stock Market Challenge, the curriculum involved with that, and the live event information. And we're going to go in through a step-by-step process. So, as you can see, the live event is on March 19th, so we need to have the curriculum all done before that event. And so what I set up was a brief process of what you need to go through to be ready for the March event. And that starts with the program request. At the end, I'll have QR codes and links so you can receive this information, or you're welcome to email me and ask for that. So in order for your students to take part in the live event, they need to have the curriculum. And as you can see, that involves 3 required lessons out of 5. And there's actually more supplemental lessons than 5. But most of the teachers take on at least these top 3. And that is understanding stocks, stock trading, and the best in class competition, that is the practice simulation. So you need to request to secure your students' place in the competition, as well as receive the program of understanding stocks and stock trading and the practice simulation. So at the end, I'll have a link where you can request that program. The second step is to, third step, attend a JA training. Now I'm going to provide a specific training on the curriculum, which is an online platform. All the curriculum's there. You can download it, you can print it, you can have your students work on the online platform, both the teacher as well as a volunteer if you want one, and the students all log into this platform. And it's got slideshows in there. It's got activities and quizzes for the students to do and complete, and you can track what they've done. Let's see, the fourth step is submitting a school participation agreement, and that just helps remind us of what we're committing to, JA as well as the school, because this is a big event and it takes a lot of arranging and volunteers in the classroom as well as the event. So we have that participation agreement, and then if you want to have your first 2 sessions led by a volunteer, I can set that up so that you have a professional finance or investment volunteer in your classroom teaching those first 2 lessons on stocks. And they can even participate in the online practice simulation. Some volunteers like to do that. So that's all in the program request. You can request to have a volunteer in that request form. Let's see, let's go to the next step. And so the next process after you've had the first 2 lessons delivered to the class, you're going to, the teacher's going to set up the practice simulations. Now these are a competition between the teammates in the class. So use your students set up into groups of 4 or 5, and they all participate around their own devices. But this is teacher-led. This is the teacher puts on the screen the leaderboard and the stock tips, as well as each student can have their own device in front of them. But the team leader is the one that does all the decision making of buying and selling stocks. So the teacher sets up that practice competition simulation, and you can choose the length of time, you can choose how many stocks, and I will go through that in the educator training. I will show you how to set up a practice simulation, and I'm always available to hop in and assist in any way I can. So as I said, the students pick teams of 4 to 5, and then they choose a team leader for that simulation. Now that team can change, or the team leader can change. But you have to have a team leader because they're the ones that buy and sell stocks. And then the teacher runs that practice simulation, and they monitor it and they assist in the students by providing, overhead information on the leaderboard and stock tips as they come out. You'll find out more in training. And then an important part of this is, in order for the students to participate this year, we need our own form. It's a participation form, and it's a media waiver, and it gives us permission to video and take photos of all the kids that are at the event, so we don't have to isolate out any individual students. So in order for the students to participate, they do have to submit back to us a signed participation and media waiver by March 6th. And then after they submit their participation waiver, I will, and then the teacher needs to send over to me the list of teams and the team members on each one, and which one will be the team leader. Now, the team leader for the live event, the only responsibility is to log in and choose the starting portfolio for the day of the event. At the event, everybody can participate in trading and calling over a trader, buying and selling. So there's not really a team leader on the day of the event. And then that team leader, before the event, by March 13th, they'll have about a week to choose their starting portfolio. And no worries if they don't choose a starting portfolio, it'll be randomized and selected for them. But there's lots of time. We'll be discussing that further. So the next step is to attend the live event, and that's Wednesday, March 19th, and then that's at the Citrus Heights Community Center. We will have a panel, an investment panel of questions and answers for the students. And then the live event will start, and it wraps up by 12:30, 1 o'clock with, we provide lunch for them from Chick-fil-A. And the kids love that. So I'm going to scroll to some important dates and information. Now, this is a list of all the deadlines that are coming up. I like to have all program requests by December 6th, so that if we need to recruit volunteers and get them placed in the classroom by January, latest early February. So you have enough time to have the students have enough practice simulation time and to get to know their teammates. Right, so let's talk about a couple of these deadlines. So the program request deadline of December 6th, permission forms, J8 permission forms due back by March 6th. Then they have a week where I will send them over the ability to log in and choose their starting portfolio for the live event. And that's due March 13th. And then the event is on the 19th. So a few reminders in this calendar for you. Some teachers didn't realize that they have to submit a school or a district field trip paperwork. So there's a reminder that you need to submit that. And then, as well as sending out our J8 permission forms to the parents, you probably have a school permission form as well. So you can send those out in early February would be good to get those back in the next couple of weeks. And then I have it suggested that you take lesson 1 at the end of January, and then you have time to do lesson 2 the next week. And then lesson 4, so lesson 3 is optional. It's not required, but lesson 4 is the practice simulation. And I have in here 2 times, but you're welcome to set up as many as you want for your students. All the teacher needs to do is start it. And sometimes the students can work on their own and do their own practices. The teacher does have to start that simulation. So it could be a planned time of your students all go home, and at 4:30, if you want to do this, you could turn it on at 4:30 and have it run through a 20 or 30-minute practice simulation. And then you just go in and close it all. And it actually records who wins and how the students did. So I have that at least 1 practice simulation the 2nd week of February. Now, most schools have the 3rd week off. So I left that one empty, and then I have another practice simulation. And then we have the due date of the forms. You're welcome to do more practice simulations in this time. And you can actually do practice simulations all the way up to a couple days before the event. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I'm going to show on your screen the next coming training dates. Now, I have those starting in November. If none of these dates work for you, please reach out to me and let me know. You can scan the QR code for the training dates and sign in and let me know you're going to attend. And then also, if you know you want to do the stock market challenge and you want to reserve the space for your students, there's the QR code at the bottom, and that'll take you to the program request, and it's just running through information about the school, the principal, how many students in your class, what time is your class, do you want to volunteer? As I said, we can provide a volunteer and connect that to your classroom as a mentor. So lots of information here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me show you my email address and my phone number. I am available 5 days a week, and just go ahead and shoot me an email with any questions or reach out and call me. Thank you for attending today. I really appreciate you. Bye-bye.